Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here today on New Year's Eve. 2025 is right around the corner with a special edition of Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Word on the Street. Arrest updates for 2024. There were a bunch of them, including Chance, Derek, Dylan, and let's get into it. Let me give you the updates of what's going on with everyone that was arrested in 2024. So, first, we have Arthur, who actually inspired me to do this video. I was looking at his stories the other day. Yes, he is still posting from the inside. And someone asked about his court case, and he says that he is hoping to get a bond reduction at the beginning of next month. Fingers crossed. Keep me in your prayers. Thanks. As you can see here, Arthur was arrested in May, and then he was arrested again just a couple of weeks later. So he is currently in custody in the Dallas County Jail. I'm sorry, a couple of months later. The first time was in May, the second time was in October. Um, Now his bond for the charges, as you can see here, evading arrest, detention, unlicensed carry with a weapon, felony conviction, unlicensed carry with a felony conviction. All of these charges against him, mostly the gun charges, and he has a bond of $455,000, and even 10% of that is a lot. So for author's sake, I hope he gets a bond reduction. So anyway, moving on to good old Earl. He was arrested not once but twice. The first time was technically in 2023. Remember in December of 2023 when he got into that car wreck with the truck that was carrying fuel and the driver was seriously hurt? Yeah, that case. Well, it's still making its way through the courts, as you can see here. On November 18th, bond of $500 was refunded. And before that, there was a motion on October 9th, a motion for substitution of counsel. And that was actually filed by Chance's public defender. So that's what's going on right now. It's still making its way through the court system, and I'll let you guys know if there's any significant updates, whether he gets sentenced or whatever the case may be. Now, do you guys remember in Indiana, he was arrested for a felony um a felony assault charge against family member. Okay? This happened on August 16th of 2024, and that is also making its way through the court system. And what I found interesting was on August 23rd, there was a letter. It says correspondence to from court filed, letter received by victim filed, and then it says notice issued to parties. Court received ex parte letter from victim. Court reminds alleged victim again that it cannot and will not communicate, respond, or read any such communication. Court respectively requests alleged victim to quit attempting to send communication to the court. The alleged victim in this case is Chance's girlfriend slash future baby mama to be, Alyssa. He allegedly threw her out of the car on the highway, and she's pregnant. So apparently she is writing the court, I guess, to get the charges dropped. So once I have significant updates about this case, I will let you guys know. So I just wanted to share that while I was doing my research and looking for updates on the cases, when I went to the site that I used to find mugshots, I typed in Earl Pitt, and it gave me this mugshot, and I'm like, this is definitely not good old Chance. As a matter of fact, it kind of looks like good old Alyssa. What in the actual fuck? Just asking. So now moving on, Derek, seen here with his wife. Um, I still haven't found any records of marriage between these two, but hey, more power to them. Derek was arrested twice this year. Okay, the first time was in March. On no, actually, I'm sorry, guys. The first time he was arrested was in January, on January 18th, on a parole violation. Then he was released, and then he was arrested again on August 15th for what it seemed like another parole violation. So he was transferred back to prison, served, I think it was about 2 months or so, or 3 months. I don't even remember. But he is back out, and he is back out on parole. So that is what's going on with Derek. He's with his wife, and hopefully will stay out of trouble. Now, the most surprising arrest of 2024 for me was Ray. Okay, as in Brittany and Ray. I was like, holy shit. And his charges were assault class A, family violence. Which at first I was like, okay, it could have been against another family member, but when the court documents were released, it turned out that yes, it was against Brittany, and an order of protection was issued for her. You could see that his bond conditions required him to have no contact with her. So it looks like that Ray actually had a court date yesterday for his pretrial hearing on December 30th. But as for Brittany and Ray, Brittany posted to her story maybe about a month or so after the whole incident happened. Her and Ray are together. Everything looks hunky dory. So I will let you guys know what happened with the pretrial hearing and any other significant updates with this case as we go along, still making its way through the court system. Now, this was my favorite arrest of 2024. I'm allowed to have a favorite arrest. Okay, guys? Dylan, good old Dylan Smith, was arrested live on Instagram. And you guys know that I'm going to share this with you. So he was arrested on January 8th. Marissa called the cops and said that he was violating the restraining order. So, as you can see here, it's still making its way through the court system. Okay. Um, Now, I want to share the footage of him being arrested live on IG. Okay. And then him and Marissa seem all hunky dory now. Okay. Because Marissa then shared this video of Dylan dancing for his freedom. So let me just share both of these videos with you guys. I'm allowed to have a favorite arrest. That's all I'm going to say. So, give me 1 second. Okay. Dylan being arrested live on IG.
This has been a tit for tat back and forth thing, and I'm just trying to get my stuff and get on with my life.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. No. So she called the state attorney's office. Okay. We looked at the file and sent over the actual copy of it. Okay, one second, ma'am. Oh, it's on there. Okay. All right. Well, what we do then is
And here she comes trying to get me in trouble, get me arrested because I told the truth.
Yeah.
You know what? Look, you can keep the stuff. I don't even care.
Well,
I don't even care. No, I haven't been outside her house harassing her.
All right, so here's the thing: you're not to be detained for right now.
Whoa. Dude.
All right, you have to be detained.
Just right now.
It's a court order right now. We're just making sure.
Marissa,
whoa.
verifying it.
We're verifying it.
It's all right. I called you guys to come get my stuff. I waited.
I don't know. I guess you changed your attention or something like that. The order is supposed to say no contact at all.
So it's not an actual order of protection. It's a bail bond. It's a condition of your bond. Is you're not.
So she got him arrested. He was in violation of his bail bond. She is like living her best life with her girlfriends here. As you can see, she couldn't give two shits.
We're in a hot tub.
So she couldn't give two shits that she got him arrested. But then, like I said, it doesn't matter because then in November, she posted this. So, yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter, I guess, anymore until they get into the next fight because Dylan and Marissa are back together, it seems like. I mean, he's dancing for his freedom. So, anyway, of course, Heather was also arrested this year for trespassing again, and she had a $1,500 bond. I don't know how she was able to make the bond, but hey, obviously she did because she is back out on the street. I tried to look up for information about her court case. There is nothing. I don't know if the charges were dropped, whatever the case may be, but Heather was arrested in 2023 as well. Now, for the most highly amusing arrests, Shane and Chon were in the same jail, okay, at the same time. And I was cracking the fuck up. Shane served his 45-day sentence for basically killing Lacy's cat. Okay, I'm sorry. Shane is a douchebag, piece of shit, torture, mutilate dog or cat causing death. And I don't care what he says about it being an accident. John was back in the same jail for a parole violation. I wonder if they ran into each other during the 45 days that Shane was there. But that was the most highly amusing arrest to me this year. Now, like I said, Shane served a 45-day sentence for killing Lacy's cat, and Lacy took to the gram to tell the truth, to tell her truth, I should say, of what happened. So here we go. Here is Lacy explaining what Shane's charges are.
This trash of a person recently got arrested for animal felony torture, abuse, murder. So I just want to hear what you think about this in the comments. It's true. He is an animal abuser, murderer. I mean, he got arrested for literally stabbing somebody and making them lose their eye. That's why he went to prison. So, very violent person, and I need all the prayers in the world because I've been doing nothing but trying to protect me and my kids from this monster. Ever since I left, that's all I've done is try to hide and get away from him, and he is a very scary, scary person. Please do not support him.
Okay, so that is what Lacy says about Shane. Now, after Shane served his 45 days, he took to his stories because, as you guys may or may not know, the seasons are being shown on Peacock. So there's a whole new audience of people that are watching Love After Lockup again for the first time. They're streaming it from season 1, episode 1. I've been binge watching myself, and I'm watching the whole Lane, John, Shane storyline play out. I'm up to the part where they just got married. Okay, so I haven't gotten to the train wreck shit show that's about to happen. But anyway, so there's a whole new, set of people watching the show, and somebody asked Shane what happened to Lacy, and this was his response.
Lacy ended up hooking up with the love of her life, John. I'm super happy for him. What happened to her, she actually ended up losing the house, lost all her kids, lost custody of all the kids, ended up on drugs and ended up overdosing, but luckily she made it, and she wants me back, but I think I've pretty well moved.
So, as you hear from Shane's mouth, Lacy, quote, is with the love of her life, who is back in jail on a parole violation, lost her house, lost her kids, which would also mean his daughter, Summer. So if Summer isn't with her and isn't with him, then where is she? Just asking. And apparently OD'd and all this other stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Lacy fan. I'm not a Shane fan anymore. I used to be a Shane fan. I'm not a Shane fan anymore. Fuck that shit. He killed a cat. Fuck him. Okay. And John, I was never a John fan. But I really hope all this shit that he's spouting about Lacy is not true. So that's what's going on. I will let you guys know if and when John is released. So moving on. One of the more surprising things to happen this year, Lisa, you guys remember Lisa, right? Well, she had a BOLO alert issued for her in the beginning of September 9th. There was a BOLO alert issued for her, and there still is a BOLO alert. Okay? Apparently the police is looking for her, and they have no idea where she is. Have they checked Stan's basement? Just asking. So that's one of the more surprising things to come out of this year. One of the sad arrests to come out of this year, Puppy was rearrested. Her charges were um, possession of controlled substances, receiving stolen property, and possession of meth. Her case is still going through the court system. She is currently sitting in prison because this is also a parole violation. So I will let you guys know her status. Dalton was also rearrested this year, and that was very, very disappointing, I would say, to me. Disappointing, that's a good word. I had the opportunity to interview Dalton this year, and when I interviewed him, I really thought he was a really nice young man, but unfortunately, I guess alcohol, anger, and his demons got the better of him. Okay, and he was rearrested on he was rearrested and he was charged with um burglary of habitation, intention, other felony, um evading arrest, obstruction or retaliation, and assaulting a peace officer. And this was back in September, on September 19th. So, like I said, this arrest, I I was disappointed. I was rooting for you, Dalton. I really, really was. So moving on, Michael, yes, forehead Michael, as in Michael, Megan, and Sarah, was arrested not once, but twice this year. And what I have to say about that is grow the fuck up already. Okay. He was arrested in July for fighting with his neighbor over fireworks. And as you can see here, that is still making its way through the court system. And he was arrested just recently for cocaine possession. Like I said, Michael, it's time to grow the fuck up already. Mandy and Maurice both were arrested this year. Maurice was arrested back in March. His charges were grand theft. Um, he had warrants, evasion, wanton disregard for safety, and organized retail theft. Surprise, surprise. Mandy got herself a new fashion accessory. In March, she got herself an ankle bracelet. Oh, yes, she did. But now in November, it was removed. So I guess, she's satisfied whatever she had to do, for the home arrest or whatever the case may be with the ankle bracelet. So Mandy got her fashion accessory removed. Unfortunately, Maurice's year didn't turn out too well for him. Over the summer, he was shot during a argument, and I mean, it wasn't his argument. Two people were arguing, and shots, rang out, and Maurice was shot. He's in a wheelchair right now, so unfortunately, Maurice's year didn't take a good turn for him during the summer. He still has these legal cases against him. So we'll see what happens with that. Destiny is not in jail, surprisingly. I thought she was for some reason, and I went to go look it up and couldn't find her. Went to go look at her Facebook, and she just posted 2 days ago. She is separated, but she's not in jail. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, guys, everybody who watched me in 2024, whether it was for my interviews, for my tea, my recaps, or all three. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you all. Happy New Year. I wish everybody the best, prosperous, healthiest New Year ever. And thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.